Hi guys, it's Christine from Tamar's Hope, and I wanted to come on and do a video, and I can see that the title of this video is probably pretty disturbing to many and pretty shocking. It shocked me as well. But so as you can see, the title of this video is They Want You Dead. They want you dead. And I have been just feeling within the past couple of weeks, I have been in prayer and in my devotional time with the Lord. And I've just been having this nagging feeling, this gnawing feeling that, and I don't know where it's been coming from, but just that there are people, situations, circumstances, spiritual attacks and warfare that we have been going through, and many of us have been going through, where, not just recently, but throughout our lives, there have been people and situations where, but for the grace of God, that we had made it out alive. And if it wasn't for God really and coming in to protect us and rescue us, or sending angels to watch over us, that we would have been taken out otherwise. And I want to say, as I was getting this in my spirit, I kind of felt like, but that just sounds so dramatic. If anybody heard me say this or out loud, they would probably think I was crazy one or want to lock me up away somewhere, but as I've been thinking about it more and more, and I was just journaling a dream that I had last night, and God gives me these prophetic dreams, and I was just journaling in my dream journal about dreams that I've been having over the past couple of nights, and this thing just popped in my spirit again. They want you dead. They want you. And I said, okay, I'm gonna come on in and I'm gonna share about it, because I really believe that when God gives me these words, that they're not only for me in the situation that I'm going through, but they're for other people. And I really want to start to share more and more of the gift that God has given me through dreams and prophetic words. So this is the word that God has really put on my spirit, and like I said, just the past couple of weeks. And there's even situations where, like I said, if I would just say this to anyone, they would think that, I was crazy or whatever. But there really are these situations and the spirits that are attached, and it might not necessarily be the people, but it's the spirits that are attached to the people. And a lot of the times, just like the Lord can use us through the Holy Spirit to carry forth His will on the earth, there are people who are vessels of evil, and that will open themselves up to the evil one to be used by the devil to carry out his plans on the earth and in our lives. And so, when I go back even out throughout my life, and I think of the situations that I've dealt with being a survivor and how I've survived so many things, it was really hard for me to come to terms with the fact that there were actually people that wanted to see me dead, because, we don't really think of it in those terms when, we are good people, quote unquote, or we are empaths, and we would never think, that way of harming somebody else or really wanting to see somebody else suffer in that kind of a way. But there are people out there that are on that level of evil, where they really want to see you not exist. And if they can't see you not existing, they will settle for your absolute an utter failure and defeat and seeing you suffer. And they will want to see you not make it, not be successful, just, suffering and living paycheck to paycheck and just having a hard time in your life. And, it's unfortunate, but it's true. And I really believe that in this time, we really need to have the spiritual discernment and really to see that, not everybody that smiles in our face is a friend, and that there are people out there that really want to see our downfall, quite frankly, and they want to see us not succeed. They would rather see us drinking and stinking rather than being sober and clean. They would rather see us suffering and begging for food than see us living in a nice house and going out to eat for dinner, with our friends and our family and being happy in our life. And it's hard to kind of wrap your mind around when you're like a person who is an empath and a person that really genuinely wants to see like people do well and not really have that spirit of envy or that spirit of jealousy on you, where you really want to see the downfall of somebody so bad. And when I'm telling you that these people that are really demonically inspired by these spirits, when I tell you that, hey girl redeemed, how you doing, girl? Paige, good to see you. Thanks for joining in. God bless you all for tuning in. These spirits, they not only are demonically inspired by the evil one, they are, when I tell you that they can't sleep at night, and those spirits of those demonic influences, they can't sleep without thinking of ways to bring you to a downfall, or thinking of ways where they are, can't wait to see or hear bad news that something happened to you, or hear that, you're not doing well, or hear that you're sick, or hear that, God forbid, you've gotten a divorce or you're separated from your spouse. Like, it's unbelievable to think about these things, but it's so true, because like there are people out there. Yes, there are people out there that this is real warfare. Definitely feel that warfare now. Me too. I'm going through it in my life, and I know that there are people out there that are going through it in their life, and it is real. The spiritual warfare and the struggle is real, because there are people that really want, and I hate to say this because it sounds so horrible to say it out loud, but there are people that would rather see us dead, because the evil inside of them is so dark that they don't even realize that they're being used in that way by Satan and by the enemy. And when I was struggling to release this word, I said, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm going to release this. But the more I tell myself, I have to learn how to trust my discernment. I can't second guess my discernment anymore. As soon as I feel an intuition or a discerning thing about someone, I have to go on that, because there's been so many times in my life where I have second guessed my discernment, or I've doubted my discernment, and I've made excuses for people and situations, and it just turned up later on that whatever it is that I initially felt and through that discernment was correct. And I wound up suffering a lot of times because of it. And so now whenever I feel like any type of discernment in my spirit, I have to learn to just submit to the Holy Spirit and be obedient, because it is getting really, really dark out there. And as vessels and and of the Lord and being used of the Lord. It is so important these days that we are so in tune with the discernment of the Holy Spirit and obeying that, because there are people that are out there that truly mean us harm, and they do not mean us well. And so I wanted to come on here and share that, because that is something that's been on my spirit for the past couple of weeks. Like, they want to see you dead. They want to see you dead. And I'm like, what is this? What is this about it, Lord? And bringing it before the Lord. And it's just really these situations and these people that are being used of the enemy. And so I wanted to come on here and I wanted to share that. And, I just wanted to say, God bless you guys. If this is something that you can identify it, don't forget, bring it before the Lord, test the spirits, pray about it. Don't just take my word for it. Go before the Lord and ask him, if this applies to you, on how to handle it, because the spiritual warfare is real. And I got to tell you, it's not getting any better out there. It's only amping up, and only, it's like that saying, only the strong will survive. Only the strong in spirit, that will not bow the knee to Baal and that will not compromise, are going to be the ones to stand, because I just feel like there's just a wave of things that are to come, persecutions and trials and tribulations that are going to come. And if we're not rooted and grounded in the word, and if we're not rooted and grounded in the Lord, we'll be swept away with it. So I wanted to come on and just share that word, and I hope that encourages you, and I hope that it encourages your heart. I know that it did me, and I just would bring before the Lord in prayer like I did, and ask him, what that means for you, and what you should do. And I want to thank you all for coming in and listening in, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. God bless. Bye-bye.